Puerto Rico Winehouse. Estamos nuevamente en el pabellón, en el quinto pabellón internacional del vino de B. Suárez, y estamos hoy con don Raymond Prum, de una de las bodegas más antiguas del mundo, no solamente más antiguas de Europa, más antiguas de Alemania, del mundo. Esta bodega ha estado desde 1156 produciendo vinos. En términos personales es un privilegio para mí y para mi esposa, que nos ayuda en este proyecto, poder probar estos vinos blancos de inmensísima calidad. Raymond Prum está con nosotros. Él es el dueño y el winemaker de la bodega. So Raymond, thank you very much for the opportunity.
Hola.
It is a personal privilege. So before we get into the wines, tell us about the company. Tell us about S.A. Prum, a winery that's been around longer than Dracula. So it's very old.
That's correct, actually.
Tell us about the company. Tell us about the winery itself.
My family dates back to 1156, and it is an amazing part of art of Riesling, because we always created some very special wines, and we got famous around the globe. Nowadays, we do 72 countries in the world.
72 countries.
Yes,
okay.
yes. Our production is limited, so we only sell about a million bottles.
A million bottles.
That's not that. That is not that much, but it's enough to be involved, traveling around the world all the time. Yeah. Lovely voice. I have my wife, and she always joins me on the trips. And
I love that. I love that you guys are a couple and that you carry the company together. My wife and I, obviously, we partner into this project, and we do all of our things together. So that's also beautiful, right?
Absolutely.
That's beautiful. Tell us a little bit about the Riesling grape for our friends out there that may not be familiar with Riesling. How would you describe Riesling very briefly? Because
well, we have a word saying Riesling is a varietal. When you think you know everything about it, you know nothing.
Okay.
It teaches us all the time about the fragrancy, that elegance, that beautiful acidity, the long living, so the ageability.
Yes.
And that's so great, because as my family is so old, and the winery is going back hundreds of years, it is fantastic to see.
When you were born, did they give you milk or Riesling when you were born?
No, we always had Riesling.
Riesling instead of milk.
Yeah, exactly.
So we are going to present two wines for our audience. We have a brand new bottle, Luminance. Right?
Yes,
Riesling Luminance.
This is my latest release. I brought you 4 different masterpieces.
Yeah, they are.
My kids out of the cellar, and Luminance is the latest release. It's a wonderful dryish Riesling, bone dry with an enormous fruit.
Yeah.
So here we really talk about fruitiness of the wine. It's coming out of the steep slope. It's handpicked. Everything what we do is handpicked.
Okay.
So we have the 60-70% steepness, and we have the minerality out of the slate.
Okay.
The climate in the accordions gives the impact to the wine.
Okay.
So there is no other wine available which is so versatile like the Riesling.
It's my favorite.
Yeah.
It's my favorite white grape.
Yeah. It's amazing what's coming out there. So let's taste.
Yeah, let's do that.
I can't wait for it.
In the nose, I get flowers. I get a little bit of that delicious chamomile, apricot, a little bit of honeydew. It's just so elegant and aromatic, very aromatic. What do you get?
Yes, it is the peachy notes. The pineapple comes here, and a part of exotic notes. But you're absolutely right with the chamomile. It's so fantastic. And of course, here is no botrytis involved. Here is the full and rich ripened grape.
The acidity is marvelous. This has enough acidity to stand to so many different dishes. It's a beautiful wine to pair with food. What would you pair this with?
Ceviche.
Ceviche.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a way to go for. This acidity goes so great with the ceviche, and there is acidity. There's a lot of lime, lemon.
Yeah.
And that comes here so
Yeah, there's
beautiful.
the citrusy character.
Yes.
It's just delicious. Let's go into the second wine.
Oh,
You can pour. Yeah, you can drink it. So we're gonna talk about Essence. Essence Riesling.
Yes, this is our best-selling wine here in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
And it is finally our biggest volume-oriented product.
Okay.
So I work it with small producers, which we have under contract.
Okay.
But as well, we do wines out of the own property. So
These are vineyards that you guys own.
yes.
Okay.
Yes, but only part.
Only part.
of, because the production is by far too high. Here we do more than 50%.
Would you say this is a bigger nose than the first, a more aromatic nose?
Yeah, it has a lot of aromatics. It has a lot of
A little bit of lychee fruit.
yeah, lychee fruit. We do a little bit of malolactic here,
Okay.
just to give the wine the creaminess. You will, by taste, you will realize this has a little bit more of fruitiness, so even more open fruit, a touch of sweetness, open.
I have
fire.
one word for you: sushi.
Yeah, yeah.
This would go beautiful with sushi.
Chinese, Asian cuisine
With
the
that
sushi.
that spiciness, that obviously component of the wasabi, and that soy sauce and the fish that it's in the sushi. This is a beautiful wine, beautiful bottle.
Yeah, but
wine.
think about as well the white meat, so pork. Put it on the grill, the barbecue. This is beautiful because it as well has that phenomenal acidity that, which keeps your mouth clean.
Yeah.
I always say, if you drink these Rieslings, you can skip water. Yeah,
For
Because
sure.
It keeps your
And
mouth.
you know something? After the wine exits, and after you have swallowed the liquid, you want to go for another glass, and you want to go for another bite of the food because
Yes.
it makes you hungry.
Even there, I have a word. I call it the 9-4 wine.
9-4 wine. What does that mean?
Yeah. You can start early morning, 9 o'clock, and you doesn't need to be finished at 4.
Okay, I see. I have to
Yeah.
come visit you with wine to your property. We
Yeah.
can drink wine from 9 to 4 as well.
No problem at all. If you go to the beach waiting for the sunset, take 2 bottles, turn around after sunset, and wait for sunrise.
This here here in Puerto Rico, we have obviously a huge, beach-oriented activities. So many of them because we obviously are an island surrounded by water, and tons of people, go out in yachts and boats and what have you. This would be a beautiful wine to take in your boat and just go island hopping.
Right.
Put it
And-
in a bucket of ice.
Exactly, and don't miss
Better
some
than beer.
coconut
Better than
Oh,
beer.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
because
said by a
this is-
German.
This is phenomenal. Take some coconut shrimps and
Coconut shrimp with this?
Yeah, unbelievable,
Beautiful.
unbelievable.
Gosh. Are we gonna try that one or?
Sure.
Okay, let's
we
go
have
with this
to.
one. We have to
Let me-
taste this.
This is single vineyard. Yeah. These are the masterpieces
Yeah.
of our production.
This color is just beautiful. It's obviously a little bit more intense than the first two.
Yeah, there we had vintage 2012 and 2013. Here we have 09.
They
So-
say that sometimes Riesling gives those petrol aromas. And is that because of the minerality of the stones? Is that
Yes.
because of the soil, the terroir?
Well, our soil is so wonderful, so fantastic. It has so many minerals to pay, and our rootstocks are ungrafted. Most of the rootstocks we have are ungrafted because it's so steep, and it's open face slate. That means the slate opens, and the roots can get into the layers.
Okay.
So, and they go
This is
up
just a
to
beautiful
50
wine.
feet down
Let me
there.
pour you some.
And
This is an amazing wine. This is bottle poetry. Let me tell you that. And it's so complex, so different. If you bring this wine to a party, you will probably be the start of the night because. And I love the fact that it's a screw cap.
It
love
has
that.
screw cap, and it only shows 8% alcohol.
Only
So,
8%.
Yeah, you can.
This is a wine that you can start drinking with breakfast, and then you stay the
That's
whole
what
day
I'm
with
saying.
it. Yeah,
That's
you're
what I'm
totally
saying,
right.
yeah.
This wine is just unbelievable, and this
here-
is not late harvest. This is
late picking.
Late
so
picking.
you really pick the intense aromas of very ripened fruit.
I love this wine,
Yeah.
Raymond. I really do. I'm gonna buy a case of this here in Puerto Rico.
Oh, I can get you two.
Yeah, cheers to that. I really thank you for the opportunity. It's been a pleasure. I am a big fan of your products. Hopefully, one day I'll be able to go with my wife to Germany and visit
Sure.
you guys.
Sure.
And I am sure, I'm not going to say I hope, I am sure that you guys will be around another 1,000 years. Because it's just an amazing product, an amazing product.
You know, I'm doing my job now 820 years.
Is that what you say to people? I've
yeah,
been doing
my
this
first
for
40 years I was
820
learning.
I love
And
that.
you see the Riesling keeps away all the wrinkles, so it keeps us fit.
Do you ever feel when you drink these wines that you're drinking the story of your family? Are you
I
aware
think a lot about it, and it is fascinating.
It's very special,
to
'cause-
dig into.
Because right here you can taste your grandfather's grandfather and his
Exactly.
grandfather. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
amazing.
yeah. These are all the layers you will also find in the slate, and these wines have
This is
layers.
unbelievable. This is
Endless.
probably one of my favorite wines of the whole event, if not my favorite white wine. I really appreciate your time again, and I look
you.
forward to spending many more wine afternoons with you.
Yeah, just come
Thank you so
over.
much. Gracias amigos por vernos, ha sido un placer. Les estaremos trayendo más noticias aquí desde el pabellón de B. Suárez. Salud, nos vemos.